Hello everyone, this is Saket here. Today I am going to be demonstrating about the new plugin Databricks on AWS with HCL Universal Orchestrator. Integrating Databricks on AWS allows you to centralize your data engineering pipelines within your enterprise job scheduler. The Databricks job execution task acts as a bridge between the HWA and /UNO and your cloud platform. It simplifies the lifecycle of a Databricks run by handling the authentication, job discovery, triggering, and status polling in a single automated step. Before jumping into the demo, I shall showcase two jobs that I have defined for the demo. First one is a basic job which doesn't expect the notebook parameters. Second one expects the notebook parameters. I shall explain more about the notebook parameters later. Let me showcase what I have defined here. As you can see, there will be two sections. One is connection and the second one is action parameter section. In the connections, we will be providing workspace instance and the access token. Workspace instance represents the Databricks instance URL, whereas the access token should be a valid access token with permissions to view, manage the run, as well as run the target jobs. I have provided the details already, so let me try to perform the test connection. This will validate the details provided. Now we are done with connection. Let's go to the action section. This is where the main action will be performed. We have to provide the job ID here. And secondly, we have to provide the notebook parameters if the job expects the same. Let me showcase how can we select the job ID here. As you can see, this is an advanced search panel where you have job name to filter as well as job ID to filter. Let me just perform the search operation. I have defined two jobs on the Databricks application. First one, as I said, will be a basic job. Here you can see the job ID, job name, the status of the job, and who is that owner. Second one, here it is inverted, but the second one is job with parameters. The job ID is this one. Here the status is manual only and the owner name. If you see the status will be three possible values. First one we can consider as to be scheduled/active. This one. This this status is representing that the job is enabled and scheduled to run automatically. There is the second one, scheduled or passed. That means the job is existing already and it is configured to for the schedules run, but it is temporarily disabled. Third status is manual only, which means the job has no schedule configured. This job has to be humanly operated, or an external API call will execute the job. Let me select this one, add it. As you can see, the job ID is reflected here. Only the job ID has to be provided. And secondly, this job doesn't expect notebook parameters. So if I click notebook parameters, we should be expecting a warning / error that says notebook parameters are not defined for this job or not found. Let me save this job and let me execute the same. Let me go to the monitor section. I have few jobs already defined. Let me refresh and see the new entry. Let me open the tasks section for this. As you can see, the job is in running state and it will take some time to reflect the success scenario. As you can see, the job is successfully executed. I shall open the task log to see the detailed information. This is the task log details, and if you see, we can see the detailed step-by-step execution, and the expected outcome is this run ID, and it says that task monitoring has been successfully completed and the task is completed successfully. These are the output parameters for the job, and let's jump into the previous section where I shall showcase how the parameters are defined for the second job. As you can see, this is a job that is already selected where the notebook parameters are already defined. Let me remove them and add them again. Since this job expects the notebook parameters, our results for executing this job should show what parameters are expected. Let me select the first one and we need to provide a value. This is a sample job, so I'm just giving 4 columns as 4, and now I will be passing the rows as 4 as well. After passing this, I shall save the job. After saving the job, I shall run the job, and I have ran the job. Let's go to the monitor section. Let me come back from this state, and as you can see, the job is already in the running state. Let me open the tasks and shall see whether it's successfully executed or not. Yes, as you can see, the job is successfully executed. I shall adjust. So here we have passed the parameters, notebook parameters, and by taking those notebook parameters, we can see that the job is successfully executed and we have received the run ID as the response for this operation. This integration does more than just reporting whether the job is successfully executed or not. It also returns the detailed execution metadata that can be used by downstream jobs. Thank you.